Hi my loves, welcome back to this face. If this is your first time here, do not make it your last. Subscribe, join the family. My name is Ziggy and I promise you, you're not going to regret it, okay? We're all about fashion, lifestyle, general nonsense. So for today's video, I decided to discuss something that we neglect, not like we neglected, but we're so used to new year, new me, resolutions, what I'm going to do, goals to achieve and all of that. And I realized that not so many of us actually focus on what to actually do to achieve those goals. Like, how do I go about achieving goals? It's very easy to say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to achieve this, I want to achieve that, but okay, how do I go about it? Like, tell me what to do. It's not about just telling me to do this, achieve that. So today's video is basically me finding a way to help. Like, these are the things I have done, or the things I've done in the past and I'm doing this year as well, to help you achieve your goals. So this definitely works for me, and I feel like to work for someone out there, because I'm sure there are a few of us out there that we just don't know where to start from. We don't know what to do. Like, we just watch people say things like, yeah, I set goals and I achieved my goals, and you're just like, but how though? Like, I want to become a billionaire, how do I achieve that? So yeah, basically that's it. So hopefully someone learns something from this video and it helps you moving forward. So let's just get right into it. So the first thing, which is the most obvious thing, very, very obvious, is write down your goals. Don't just say it. Don't just say it in your head. Don't just, write it down. There's something about writing something down that works for me, that makes me feel like I'm holding myself accountable because I've written it down. People do like vision boards. People have like their notebooks. People have their journals, whatever it is. But write down your goals, literally, like, I want to. But one thing I learned this year that is different from other times I've been doing it, I actually came across a video of, I don't know his name, but I think he's a motivational speaker, and he's like, we should stop writing things like I want to. We should write things like so for example, if I say, oh, I want to earn 10 million, for example, instead of saying I want to earn 10 million, I'll just write I earn 10 million. Oh, I want to lose 30 kg. Instead of writing I want to lose 30 kg, I lose 30 kg. So it's in the present, like at the end of the year, I lose, I earn, I become, I have a store, I have my business. Like, not I am going to, right? So I think that helps. I'm trying it for the first time as well, but that's how I wrote my to-do or my goals. So with my goals, and I write them one by one, like number one, you write it, number two. So you have a lot of things you want to achieve, no matter how flimsy it is, no matter how unrealistic it might seem, but this is what you want to achieve by the end of the year. You write it down. Oh, number one, I lose 30 kg, which I've already talked to you guys about with my weight loss, So I wrote I lose 30 kg. If you want to travel, I travel to, you write the countries. Oh, Mexico. Oh, write the countries you want to go to. I travel, or even if you're not sure of the countries, but you want to travel to like 2 or 3 countries, you write it, I travel to 2 or 3 countries. I experienced this. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So write it in the present, so it won't be a thing of, so it won't feel so far-fetched. It won't feel like I will, right? So yeah, that's number one for sure. Write down everything you want to achieve and write it in the present tense. Like, don't write it I will. You understand? So yeah, that's definitely number one. Number two, when we're writing our goals, we'll realize that we are writing major goals. Like, I'll keep on using the weight loss example because I know that is one of the goals I've shared with you guys. So for example, it's not something that can be achieved in one day. So that's a very good example. So if we realize our goals for the year, or our goals are usually not things that can be achieved like tomorrow, it takes time to achieve it. So number two is setting smaller goals for yourself. So it can be a daily goal, it can be monthly, it can be weekly. Just set smaller goals. So we have the main goals. I lose 30 kg, right? Then you now set smaller goals, which is what I did, for example. Oh, 90 days challenge. It can be register in the gym. It can be work out 2 to 3 times a week. It can be, okay, every week I would like to lose 1 kg, for example. Every month I would like to lose 4 kg. Or, by January, by the end of January, I would like to be so and so. So you're setting smaller goals for yourself. So that is the second thing I feel like we should do. So we have the broad goal that we want to achieve. Then you set smaller goals. So that way it doesn't feel like is a long thing. Like, by the time I get there, it's still far. And you won't feel like you have to wait before you start doing it. That way, you start early, you start immediately, because it takes, like when you tell yourself, oh, I'm losing 1 kg in a week, it seems achievable than saying, I want to lose 30 kg by the end of the year. It sounds too much. Do you understand? When you say, oh, for the month, I'd like to lose 4 kg, you now start working towards that 4 kg. So that now helps us create routines to actually achieve our goals. So the only way to achieve your goals without feeling overwhelmed or feeling like, where do I start from, this one, that one, is to now set smaller goals. So even for example, with your businesses, if you feel like, okay, every month I would like to earn 100,000 or 200,000 naira, you can now set smaller goals and now say, okay, that means in a week I would like to earn this, or in a week I would like to sell so and so amount of clothes. So that way it doesn't feel too much. You can now say, okay, if I sell so and so products, this is how much it's going to earn me. So you work towards doing that for the month or for the week. So I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So you have something to be accountable for every day, every week. You have things to achieve every day. For me, it's something I've been doing for the longest time. Every week I write things I want to do. It's normal, like a to-do list for the week. Oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I would like to do this, I would like to do that. So it's still the same thing, but now we're doing it towards our goals, because now we know that this is what we want to achieve, right? So you now start working towards it. For traveling, for example, you can say, okay, since I want to travel to 2 countries this year, or even 1 country, okay, you start doing your research, you check, okay, this is how much for buying tickets, this is how much for accommodation, so this is how much I would need. So example, maybe you need 2 million or 1 million to travel for everything, and you tell yourself maybe your income or what you're earning is like 100k or 200k monthly. You now say, okay, same from everything happening now, I obviously cannot make that amount before maybe March. So you tell yourself, okay, maybe around August I might be able to gather the money around August. Do you understand? So that is the money for everything. So now you're working towards making that money. But another advice I can give when it comes to traveling is actually booking your tickets earlier, because it's going to be way cheaper. Like, it's not advisable to get your ticket like close to the time. So if you're able to even get the money to get your ticket now, you get it now, knowing that, okay, you're now saving towards either making it back. Do you understand? If you borrow the money, for example, either making your money back, especially when you know that you have a regular steady income. So either making it back to pay back, or you're not making money to actually spend on the trip for the accommodation, all of that, but at least you bought your ticket and it's cheaper for you, or you work towards getting your visa. So just basically setting smaller goals, so it doesn't feel like when that time now comes, you're not like, I know the thing with money is like a spirit. If you have money in your hand and you don't have plans or goals on what to do with them, you spend them on nonsense. So these little achievements keeps you in line, like, okay, no, I can't, if any small 100k enters, know that you're saving it towards your ticket or towards your visa, or your accommodation or whatever, because you know there's something waiting for you. So that's what our advice as well. So that will put you in a routine. So you now have a routine of what you're doing every day, because you know that at the end of the week you have to check and be like, okay, I'm 1 step closer, I'm 1 step closer, right? Next thing I'm going to advise is, while you're doing all these things, you have to have it in your mind that it is very okay to be uncomfortable. You have to be uncomfortable. I feel like there's no goal that's easy to achieve, especially when it's something that you want to last for a long time, or that has value. Do you understand? It's not easy. Nothing is easy. So if you feel like you're going to achieve your goals in your comfort zone, that's like a big fat lie. Again, back to my weight loss. Like I even said earlier when I was talking about this weight loss. If you guys didn't know, sorry, if you're just bumping into this video and wondering what weight loss am I talking about, I am currently on a 90-day raw vegan challenge. So that means just fruits and raw vegetables, and it's going well. I've not killed anybody around me yet, but yeah, I am in almost a week now, so we're just starting. But yeah, so back to my weight loss challenge or whatever it is I'm doing. And mind you, I'm just doing it for 90 days. It's not, obviously I know it's not something that will be maintained for the rest of my life. Like, anybody got time to be eating fruits and raw veggies for the rest of my life. So I'm just doing it because I want to achieve a certain milestone before I start incorporating into my lifestyle. Again, smaller goals to achieve the bigger goals. Anyway, so back to that. I am doing something that is very uncomfortable for me. Like, it is very uncomfortable. I want to eat food. I want oil in my system. I want to drink. Do you understand? Like, who told I don't do all those things? It's very uncomfortable. I have days where I'm just like, why? Like, literally vibrating. Like, why are you doing this to yourself? What's the point? That's where the devil comes in. You want to go back to your comfort zone. I want to go back to eating anytime I want to eat, any amount, whatever it is. Do you understand? So you have to be uncomfortable. If you feel like you're trying to save money for a particular reason, you have to deprive yourself of other things. Like, you say, okay, see, I cannot shop, I cannot buy this because I want to travel. Oh, I cannot. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You have to deprive yourself of something. You have to be uncomfortable. If you're comfortable doing something, you're going to procrastinate, you're not going to take it seriously, and you're not going to be disciplined. So you have to be uncomfortable. So you have to have that in your mind that if I want to achieve something, if I want to set these goals and I'm ready and willing to achieve these goals, it's not someone that'll tell you. You yourself, you know that it's uncomfortable for you to do. But that is the beauty, because when you eventually get to that point, it's sweet. It's just the head that tells the story. It is sweet. You do it and do it well. You will enjoy it. You know that you worked for this. Do you understand? You know that you were disciplined. You held yourself accountable. And I was uncomfortable while I was doing it because I know that there's a bigger result I'm trying to achieve. So yeah, definitely, you have to understand that it is okay to be uncomfortable. Leads me to my next point. This is one point we shy away from. It's not like we shy away from, but we make it look as if it doesn't exist. It is okay to fail. In fact, you should be willing to fail. That is what makes you human. That is what makes you relatable. That is life. Like, I don't understand when people are scared of starting something because they feel like they will fail. Okay, and you failed, and so what was the worst that could happen? Do you understand? Like, it's okay to fail. Where the problem is staying in that failure. That is where the problem is. Failing is not the problem. You can start this business, doesn't work well for you, then you now dwell on it, and I'm like, since I'm now a failure now, since the business not work for me now, let me now be a useless person. No, it did not work. What's the next thing I can do? Like, how else can I change it? How else can I make it better? Maybe this doesn't work for me. Maybe it's not my calling, or, we say things to ourselves like that, but that's not enough reason to now stop. So you try it. Maybe there might be days, for example, I might slip up with my weight loss journey and I eat something. It's not like now me telling myself, okay, well, now I've had this plate of rice, I might as well continue from where I stopped. No, it's okay. Like, I'm only human. Maybe I'm shaking. I'm like, this rice, I'll feel bad. The next day, what are you doing about it? Like, are you continuing? Are you changing it? Are you making it better? So we have to understand that it's okay to fail. I know that's what makes people scared sometimes, where they're like, I cannot do this one. What if I fail? And so what if you fail? What is wrong with you failing? What will you do about it when you fail? I mean, that's where the discipline comes in. With achieving your goals, you have to be disciplined enough to understand that obstacles will come. You're going to fall. You're going to fall. You're going to keep on falling and falling sometimes. But the point is, are you rising back up? Like, okay, what are you doing about it? Now it has happened this way. Like, what's your next goal? What's your next plan? Next thing, which is my best part, and I always preach it, reward yourself. Reward yourself. So like I said, if you're setting smaller goals for yourself, maybe you don't even have to wait till the end to reward yourself. Reward yourself with small things. You can tell yourself, okay, how do I put it? You can take yourself out, go on a spa day, go and get a massage, make your hair. Do you understand? Like, go out for brunch with your friends. Buy something you've been eyeing on Instagram since that you want to buy for yourself. Like, reward yourself for those little goals, because I feel like for me, that motivates me to do more. When I tell myself, okay, I won't buy this thing for myself unless I achieve some thing. The way I want to achieve that thing, so it's almost like I'm justifying it. I didn't just give it to myself because I didn't deserve it. But when I'm like, okay, I said I want to lose 30 kg, for example, and I've lost 20 kg. You think I'm not going to reward myself? Before I even get to that 30, I'm sure for every 10 kg, for every 10 kg I lose, I'm going to reward myself. It can be with anything. It can be with anything. Do you understand? So so you won't feel like you're not noticing what is happening. If you have a partner around you, if you have a friend, or you have people that you're doing it with, like in a group, it's even sweeter when they are the ones buying something for you to reward you or to make you feel good about whatever it is you're achieving. Don't ever feel like, oh, because I've not gotten to my main goal, I don't deserve to. No, like, it's not easy. It's not easy. Do you understand? You can even reward yourself with a day off. If you're like a workaholic, you're always working every day, you just tell yourself, you know what, today I'm not working, let me just watch Netflix and chill, let me just be useless. That is a reward. So reward doesn't necessarily mean financially, like reward yourself. It can be just, let me rest, let me not do anything. You deserve to be rewarded. Like, it's okay. And I feel like when you're doing it that way, you don't feel bad, or you don't have that like guilty conscience where you're like, because you know you achieved something. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So it's very important to reward yourself with something in between, like those little goals that you're achieving. So that keeps you motivated, knowing that, okay, for this I'll do this, for this I'll do this, and by the time I get to the end, do you understand? Like, see, any reason to reward myself, any reason to reward myself, for sure I'm going to jump on it. And the last, but definitely not the least, is something that is just very inevitable. Like, we cannot even avoid it. It's two things. Either you overachieve your goals or you underachieve your goals. Do you understand? Either it goes a bit up or a bit down, or maybe you even achieve your goals exactly, right? It's fine. It is okay. So maybe if I've said, oh, 30 kg by the end of the year, and the end of the year comes and I lost 20 kg, the most important thing is that I lost weight. Do you understand? Like, that is the most important thing, is that I did something towards achieving my goal. So it's okay, and it's not like you failed. I don't think it's a failure when you didn't achieve exactly what you wanted to achieve. It's not being a failure. Do you understand? It's one thing. Let me tell you the difference between the both of them. Failing in that thing is, for example, I said I want to lose 30 kg, and the end of the year will come, I'll gain 30 kg, or I'll gain extra 5 kg on top of my weight. That is failing, like I failed. Do you understand? But not achieving your goals fully is that, okay, like I said, I lost 20 instead of 30 kg. Do you understand? So it is fine. You can say, oh, I can say now, I've told you guys already, I want to get 10,000 subscribers. I'm going to do everything I can possibly do to get 10,000 subscribers. That does not mean that the end of the year can come, for example, and I get 8,000 or 7,000. Like, it's not like I did badly, or like, if I give it my all and I still get 7,000 subscribers at the end of the year, there's nothing wrong with it. The most important thing is that I put myself in that position to give it my all, to try my best to get to a certain goal. Do you understand? So I don't think that is not failing, and it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to feel like I gave it my all and this is where I got to. That should not discourage you. It is fine. It is okay. The same way with if I say, oh, I want 10k subscribers, and the end of the year will come, I'll get 15k. And I'll get 15k subscribers, for example. Won't you be happy? Like, do you understand? So what is the problem if you underachieve? There's nothing wrong with it. What we need to understand is the principles behind what you do on your daily, like your routine. Like, how do I put it? Like, it's about developing yourself. Do you understand? It's about you, yourself, your discipline, the kind of person you want to be, the kind of person you're trying to be moving forward. It's not necessarily about the goal. Do you understand? So if you want to be disciplined in your business, in your work, in traveling, in weight loss, whatever it is, it's the action, is what you do every day before you get there. That does not mean that if you underachieve, for example, that you're a failure or that it didn't go well. No, it did, because you gave it your all. It is fine. It's now on to the next one. So, oh, I got 7k subscribers. Next year, let me see what I can get. Do you understand? You have to have that attitude and not feel like, oh, maybe the year is ending and you're like, this one is not. You don't start beating yourself up. I'm such a useless person. Oh, I'm so. No, we have to remove that mindset entirely and understand that it is fine to overachieve and it is fine to underachieve. The most important thing is, how did you get there? How much did it help you? How better of a person did you become? Your discipline level, like. Do you understand? That is what is going to help you moving forward in life. It's not about, oh, I achieved this. Because let me give another example now with this subscriber thing, for example. You might not even put in all your work. You know this thing they say about work smart, not hard. You might not even put in all your work. Maybe you just I might just film one video. It might even be this video, for example, and it goes viral. I get like 10 million views on this video. I get 30,000 subscribers. I've achieved my goal, and this is still January, right? I've achieved my goal. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, it can happen in that way. That doesn't mean I was hardworking and I now decide to now stop posting videos and I'll be like, since I'm now 30k subscribers in, let me just be posting like once in a month, like nothing. Like, that's not the point. That's not the, like, do you understand what I'm trying to say? I understand it's working smarter and not harder, but is that what you really want? Like, is that it? Like, is that, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, that means we're never passionate about the whole thing. You want to bring out videos, you want to relate with your subscribers, you want to feel like you're doing something to grow your channel, even if it comes that easily. Next goal immediately. If it was 10k and I'm like, oh, now I've gotten 30k, let me see if I can reach 100k. Do you understand? So it can happen anyway. The most important thing is you yourself, like that little discipline you're creating for yourself every day. It's a routine thing. It's not about, so long as it checks, that's it. If I lose 30 kg, that's it. I'll now stop everything I'm doing and go back to eating. No. Those little things, they matter. Those daily routines, they matter. Hopefully this helps someone out there. Like I said, I know some people find it difficult to kind of narrow their thoughts or narrow everything down to, how do I start? What do I do? It's just good to have all of this in mind, because I know it's definitely working for me and it has worked for me in the past, and I hope that it will work for you moving forward. And yeah, let us achieve this. See, I saw a lot of comments under my video for the weight loss day, and some people were like, I'm in, and I was so happy. I was happy to feel like I had a group of people that were willing to do something with me, because sometimes you might just need one person to, you know, push you to start something. It's not just weight loss, it can be anything. Don't feel like your goals are too unrealistic or you cannot achieve it or whatever. I feel like if you take these steps one by one, you'll definitely see a difference for sure. I know I definitely saw a difference. You're definitely going to see a difference, and it's important for every year, as long as you're alive. You're not crippled. Even if you're crippled, whatever, like, you have life flowing through you, you should have something that you'd want to achieve. Do you understand? Even if it means, oh, I want to be more prayerful, I want to be going to church, whatever it is, I want to love people around me, I want to be more content with what I have, whatever it is good. It's important to set goals, so that way you won't feel like the year just passed you by. Do you understand? Like you're just a waste of space. You're just existing. You're not living life. Do you understand? So yeah, definitely hope you put this into your life and it works for you. Thank you guys so much as always for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.